Hi, welcome to a basics Excel lesson. People often ask me how to get good at Excel, and all I say is use it. So let's jump straight in. I'm going to show you how to use Excel, which you can practice at home to create an income and expenditure sheet that you can use to track your household income and your household expenses. So let's jump straight in. So let's see what we can do here. So let's add some headers. So we can let's do the day of the week, what item we're going to be paying for, the actual costs, and maybe a budgeted costs. So let's just start building a bit of a picture here. So let's get some headers. Let's call that income. Oh, actually spell income. And now let's create a small little chart here. Let's say we are a weekly paid household. So we've got, let's start, this is January, starting the 3rd of January is a Friday. And let's say you paid every 7 days. So there we go. It's your weekly pay, and then you get a monthly pay on the 25th. So let's say we budget for that. So you pay. Wow. Ooh. Let's make that look a little. So now we've got a starting point. We've got our income. We've got some figures in there. See how easy that was. So let's put a little bit of. Let's get some borders in there. Let's actually use a little bit of formatting. Let's make that look a little bit better. Let's separate the color here. I tell you what, let's make this stand out by using a bit more of the contrast. Let's use a blue. Cover that off. Put some bars. And then that's income. Put something next to it. Now that can become expense. I think we've got more expenses than we do income. Make that a little bit longer. Shorten that if we need. Let's have a look. What have we got here? Let's fill some of these in now. Let's just make this a bit bigger. So I'm just copying all of these out. You could use your bank statement to populate this, or you could have a list, start tracking what you spend. So now we've got all of that in, let's start getting these. So you see most of your bills are paid on the same day, whether you pay by direct debit or you planned to do certain things. Right, and then let's get the budget. So right, brilliant. So what I've done is populated everything I wanted to put into the sheet. Let's tidy it up a little bit. Let's make it look a little bit better. Let's get rid of some of these. Depending on how many expenses you got, this is a really good practice. You can make that longer or shorter based on what your needs are. So let's make this pop out a little bit more. Let's just add a little bit of colour so that if we wanted to print this off, we can do. I like green, blue and green. I do like that. So pop that together. So let's fill that in. Make it all the same length. So very quickly there, we've been able to create an income and expenditure list. We've already renamed the tab January. What we could do is maybe put in a total line at the bottom. Let's get that. So we could show total income. Let's do that. Put bold. Let's put, I don't know, let's use some of the top and bottom bar. Let's do that the same over here. Copy that. Let's not retype. Let's delete that. And let's put a formula in here. Let's copy that. Oh. And then copy. Let's do the same here. Brilliant. So we've now got, we don't want that format. Let's change that back. Brilliant. So very quickly was able to create a tab with January's figures. We've input all the income and expenses. And what we've done is we filled in the budget section. So now you could go through and you could use this, update this the way that you needed, and put your actual figures as they come in. And you'll be able to do a comparison between your actual and your budget. And the best thing about this, if you wanted to recreate this for February, you could just right click here, create a copy of it, click January, and now you've got February. You just have to run through and change any dates that you needed, or maybe you could quite easily just go in here and add on the days. So I hope you enjoyed that lesson. Hopefully I'll have more for you soon.